Boolean and logical expressions. In this video, we will learn to create Boolean and logical expressions in Java. A Boolean variable is created in Java by typing the word Boolean with a lowercase b, followed by the name of the variable, then setting it to either true or false. Note that in Java, true and false are not capitalized. They are written in all small caps. The operators that we use for comparing Booleans are the same operators that we used in Python. We have greater than, we have less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to. Feel free to pause this video and take a few moments to review each of these operators and how they work. Now that we know how to create Booleans and how to compare them, we can use that knowledge to create an if statement. An if statement in Java is written by first typing the word if, followed by a pair of parentheses. Then inside that parentheses is a condition, which, if you recall from the Python unit, can be either a Boolean value, Boolean variable, or a Boolean expression. After that, type in an open curly brace. This signifies that we're about to enter inside the body of the if statement. Then on the next line, indent, then type your conditional statements. These are the statements that will execute if and only if the condition is true, and you could have one or more of these. After typing up all your conditional statements, you signify the end of your if statement with a closed curly brace. Before we move forward, it must be noted that, unlike Python, indentation is not required for Java, but it is strongly recommended. Programs that don't use indentation, not only are they harder to read, but they're harder to correct. Trying to find an error in a program that doesn't use any indentation is almost like trying to find your homework in a binder that's completely messy and unorganized. So, while Java will not force you to indent conditional statements, it is strongly recommended that you do so. The second thing to note is that curly brackets are only required if there are two or more conditional statements. If you only have one conditional statement, then the curly brackets are optional. That all being said, to create a multi-way statement in Java, you first then type the keyword else, space, then if, followed by a pair of parentheses with your condition inside those parentheses, then open curly bracket. Then on the next line, indent, then type your next set of conditional statements, then close it off with the closed curly bracket. Then for the default case, just like in Python, simply type the word else, followed by an open bracket, indent on the next line, type up your conditional statements, then close it off with the closed curly bracket. Let's demonstrate this process inside our Java code editor. Suppose in the main method, I declare a variable named x and set it equal to a value. Then for the first if statement, I write if x is less than 5, print a. Else, if x is greater than or equal to 10, print b. Else, print C. So my default case is simply to print out capital C. Here's how the Java interpreter would execute. It would first evaluate the first condition, see that it is false, since 5 is not less than 5. Then it'll then go to the next condition, which says if x is greater than or equal to 10. This is also false because 5 is not greater than or equal to 10. So it then goes to the default case, the else case, and simply executes it, which in this case is simply to print out C. So C gets printed out to the console. Now, suppose instead of setting x equal to 5, I set equal to 10. Here's what would happen then when I execute the program. The first condition would still be false, since 10 is not less than 5. The second condition, however, would be true, since 10 is greater than or equal to 10. So since this condition is true, the conditional statement for that condition gets executed. We print out B, and then we skip over the else part. We don't go to it since we only go there when the second condition is false, thus completing the program. There are three logical operators in Java. First is the AND operator, which returns true if both the left and right conditions are true. There's the OR operator, which returns true if one or both of the left and right conditions are true. And then there's the NOT operator, which simply flips the condition. Consider the following Java program which demonstrates each of these operators. First, we declare an integer x, then set it equal to 11. Then on the next line, we have a print line statement that prints out the result of a logical expression. It states if x is less than or equal to 5 and x is greater than 10. So for this expression to be true, both of these conditions have to be true. However, we know that x is not less than or equal to 5, thus automatically making the whole condition false. Then on the next line, it says x is either less than or equal to 5 or x is greater than 10. For this whole expression to be true, only one of the conditions has to be true, at least one of them, which is the case because while x is not less than or equal to 5, it is greater than 10. So this whole expression becomes true. Then, on the next line, we apply the not operator to the expression x is less than or equal to 5. So to evaluate this, we must first evaluate the expression inside the inner set of parentheses. X is less than or equal to 5. 11 is not less than or equal to 5, so that inner expression is false. When we apply the not operator to it, it'll flip it. It'll reverse it. So turning the expression from false to true, making true our output.